My name is Sara. I am 23 years old. Before that night, I was just a normal girl. I had a job. I had friends. I had a simple, happy life. But one night changed everything. One night showed me what it truly means to be free. It started on a Saturday. My 3 best friends and I decided to go on a road trip. There was Maya, the brave one. Rena, the funny one. Priya, the quiet one. And me, Sara, the one who always worried too much. We were like 4 pieces of one puzzle. We packed our bags with snacks, music, and laughter. Nothing can go wrong, Maya said, driving the car. It's just a weekend trip. The sun was shining. The road was open. We felt like the world belonged to us. We stopped at a small town for lunch. It was beautiful. Old buildings, kind people. A little cafe with hot coffee and warm bread. We laughed, took pictures, and talked about our dreams. Life felt perfect. As the sun began to set, we decided to find a place to stay. But all the hotels were full. Don't worry, Rena said. We can sleep in the car tonight. It will be an adventure. We all agreed. We didn't know what was coming. Late at night, we parked the car near an old, empty building. It looked abandoned. Dark windows. Broken gate. We thought no one would bother us there. We were so wrong. Around midnight, bright lights woke us up. Someone was shouting. Police. 3 police officers surrounded our car. Get out. Hands where we can see them. My heart stopped. I couldn't breathe. We stepped out, shaking. What's wrong? Maya asked. One officer pointed at the old building. This is private property. You are trespassing. And there have been thefts in this area. You are all under suspicion. We tried to explain. We were just travelers. We didn't know. We meant no harm. But the officers didn't listen. They put us in the back of 2 police cars. Priya started crying. I held her hand. I was scared too. At the police station, they took everything. Our phones. Our bags, our shoes. We sat on a cold bench waiting. The room was grey. The lights were too bright. The clock on the wall moved slower than any clock I had ever seen. An officer came and said, You will stay here tonight. We will check your identities tomorrow. Tomorrow. That word felt like a year. We looked at each other. 4 friends. 4 frightened faces. One long night ahead. They led us down a long corridor. The walls were painted cold grey. The floor was hard concrete. Every door was made of heavy metal. Every door had a small window with bars. I had only seen places like this in movies. Now I was inside one dot. They opened a cell door. It made a sound I will never forget. A loud, heavy metal sound. The kind of sound that tells you are not free anymore. Inside, the officer said. No kindness in his voice, just orders. The cell was small, very small, 4 grey walls. One tiny window, high up with bars. 2 metal beds with thin mattresses. A toilet in the corner with no privacy. The air was cold and smelled of old sorrow. This was now our home for the night. The door closed behind us. The lock turned. That sound, the lock clicking, it broke something inside me. I finally understood. Freedom is not just a word. Freedom is a gift. And we had lost it. We sat on the thin mattresses. For a long time, no one spoke. Priya was still crying softly. Rena, who always had a joke ready, was completely silent. Maya stared at the wall. I looked at my hands. What were our families thinking? Did anyone know where we were? After some time, Rena broke the silence. Well, she whispered, this was not the adventure I planned. We all looked at her. And then, something strange happened. Maya smiled. A small, tired smile. Then Priya laughed through her tears. Then I laughed too. We all laughed. In that cold, dark cell, we laughed. That laughter saved us. We started talking. Not about our fear, but about our lives. Real talk. Deep talk. The kind of talk we never had in cafes or shopping malls. We talked about our childhoods, our regrets, our secret dreams. Maya confessed she was scared of failing in life. She always acted strong, but inside, she was full of doubt. I don't know what I'm doing, she said. I'm just pretending. We had never seen her so honest before. Reena told us she joked all the time because she didn't want people to see her pain. Her parents were separating. She felt alone even when she was surrounded by people. Laughing is easier than crying, she said. We held her hands. Priya, the quiet one, spoke the most that night. She told us about her sick mother, about the weight she carried every day, about how tired she was of being strong. She cried, and for the first time, she let us see her real self. Then it was my turn. I told them my secret. I was afraid of being ordinary, afraid that my life would mean nothing, afraid that I would never be brave enough to follow my dreams. Saying it out loud was terrifying, but also freeing. That night, in that small prison cell, we became more than friends. We became sisters. We saw each other without masks, without phones, without distractions. Just 4 girls, 4 hearts, and the truth. Hours passed. The tiny window showed the sky changing from black to grey to soft pink. Morning was coming. We had not slept at all, but we had talked more than we had talked in years. At 8 in the morning, footsteps echoed in the corridor. The lock turned. The heavy door opened. The same officer stood there, but this time, his face was different. Softer. You are free to go, he said. The real thief was caught an hour ago. We are sorry for the mistake. Free to go. 3 simple words. But they meant everything. We walked out of the cell slowly. Our bodies were tired, but our hearts were full. We had entered that cell as friends. We were leaving as something much deeper. When we stepped outside the police station, the morning sun hit our faces. I closed my eyes and just breathed. The air tasted different. Sweeter. The world looked different. More beautiful. I noticed things I never noticed before. The color of the sky. The sound of birds. The feeling of the wind. We found a small park nearby and sat on a bench. No one wanted to go home yet. We just sat together, watching the world wake up. Last night was terrible, Priya said. Then she smiled. But also, thank you for listening, for being there. Maya looked at all of us. Promise me something, she said. Promise we will never go back to being strangers wearing friendship. Let's always be real with each other. We promised. And we meant it. That happened 1 year ago. Today, our friendship is stronger than ever. We still laugh. We still go on trips. But we also talk, really talk, about our fears, our pain, our truth. Sometimes I think about that night. Yes, it was a mistake. Yes, it was scary. But it was also a gift. That prison cell didn't trap us. It freed us. Freed us from our masks. Freed us from our silence. I learned something important that night. Freedom is not just about walls and doors. True freedom is being able to show your real self to the people you love. True freedom is honesty. True freedom is friendship. I am Sara. And this is the story of the night I spent in prison. The night that taught me what it truly means to be free. Sometimes life takes us to dark places, not to punish us, but to show us the light we couldn't see before. If this story touched your heart, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. and subscribe for more emotional English stories every week.